Why does philosophy also require madness?
It's a relationship between love madness and philosophy that the speech brings out, not madness in general. A philosopher is a very peculiar kind of person. A philosopher does not follow social rules in the same way that we have this feeling about the same kind of romantic sort of conception of artists. Artists are cut a lot of moral slack in our world, even if they're behaving crazily, behaving badly and so on, breaking rules. They're allowed to for the sake of their art. There's something of that in philosophic madness. True love makes philosophers of us all, if only for a while. In what sense does it make philosophers of us all? In that we behave in an otherworldly fashion. We neglect our affairs. We stop checking the credit card bills, buy another gift for our beloved. In Greek culture, lovers would do crazy things like camping out in front of the beloved's door overnight. You will forgive a lover for this, but these would be behaviors that would be you're not behaving in a sober, socially appropriate fashion.
And the philosopher requires the same kind of love or madness for truth, is the comparison.
With the philosopher, of course, it goes much deeper than that. So there's a kind of a superficial resemblance between the behavior of a true lover, in the sense that a truly romantically passionate lover, and Socrates went around not wearing never wore sandals. His clothes were dirty. Didn't take care of his affairs. That's superficial. Of course, the true otherworldliness that Socrates is feeling is the connection with that there is more to life, there's more to love than sex. And in true love, the way Plato tells this myth that Socrates gives in his second speech, has the knockout blow of falling in love with someone that you find absolutely beautiful. Somehow, it doesn't just take you out of yourself, but it gives you some intimation that of a meaning, a meaningfulness that goes beyond both you and that beloved boy. So how can this happen? This beauty seems otherworldly, exactly,
right,
bigger than both of us.
I see. In our other interview on the Republic, we talked about the structure of Plato's soul, right? The reasoning part, which desires wisdom and truth, the spirited part, the social part, that desires honor and glory and social drives, and the appetitive part, right? Sex, food, shelter, what we share with animals. Madness cannot be either spirit or desire taking control of the psyche. Divine madness, at least, right?
Right.
Because reason is still in control, even in madness. Is that right? In divine madness, and I think this is what is so interesting about Plato's characterization of divine madness, is that in divine madness, reason, the highest parts of our soul, is still in control, right?
Yes.
And so in what sense is it madness? Is he just trying to say a very strong impulse?
The way he puts it mythically is that a memory is stirred in reason of beauty itself, of which the soul had a disembodied vision.
I see.
Now, how can we cash that out in a less mythical way? I say it relates to, and I'm not alone in saying this, a sense of the sacred, the tripartite soul. And he compares it to a charioteer and two horses. The charioteer and two horses. The charioteer driving the chariot. The horses there's a white horse that represents the love of honor. There's the black horse, it represents spirit. The black horse represents appetite, and including our sexual appetite in particular. And the charioteer is reason. And as he gets close to the boy, the black horse starts pulling in the traces. I want to get me some of this, in the crudest way possible. And reason, in concert with the white horse, pulls pulls the black horse back.
It's not just reason that's pulling.
That's
the white
right.
horse is helping.
The white horse is helping because the white horse is saying, no, this is shameful. To
Right.
simply, you don't throw yourself on the boy.
Right.
You offer him a cockerel.
Right. The white horse is honor. The white horse is concern for society, right? And Plato is saying...
Yes, what would people think?
Right, exactly. But Plato is saying that reason can turn the white horse, can turn this desire for honor, which in modernity people think to be a bad drive, but can turn it to steer the even worse horse in a better direction, right?
And it doesn't work. And it doesn't work in that when it was just argued in terms of, look, a gentleman doesn't do this when courting a boy. There are some rules of courtship and we need to engage in all those white horsey kind of arguments. They succeed in pulling it back for a bit, but then they, once again, the black horse cannot be kept down. You know, you can't keep a good black horse down.
Right.
And only until the reason gets close enough, the charioteer gets close enough to see the flashing eye of the boy, as it's put, and suddenly a memory, the full force is stirred with full force of his disembodied, otherworldly vision of beauty itself, which is a divine thing, you know, divine beauty, a beauty that is much larger than any human beauty, of which he somehow, because you can be so overwhelmed by the beauty in other people when you're falling in love, because it sort of takes you over, sweeps you up so much. The charioteer then sort of is described as falling back on the reins. He doesn't consciously pull back on the reins, it seems like, the way it's described. He's just, oh my God, you know, he falls and the reins go with him and he pulls back. The white horse, as well as the black horse, get pulled to the ground in a very
Sudden,
rough,
right.
very sudden, cruel, you know, the bit must be really, you know, he bloodies their mouths with the bit. He's not thinking. If he was thinking, he wouldn't do it to the white horse as well as the
Hence
black.
why he's mad. Hence why reason is mad in this instance,
It's
right?
mad in the sense that
Overtaken, just completely overtaken, right?
the reason before when he was sort of with the black horse, allied with the white horse and negotiating with the black horse. I didn't say that before, but there's a long negotiation. They talk back and forth, the black horse and the charioteer.
Right.
Because these are talking horses like in Homer, you know. Negotiation doesn't work. You know, he's trying to talk his lust
Pure
down.
reason doesn't work, right?
But when you fall back and you see this divine vision, what is motivating him not to assault the boy in any kind of crude way is he senses that would be a desecration. It would be a violation of the sacred. That is the true motivator. And the white horse has nothing to do with that. The white horse in the myth has not seen that place where the beauty itself is. Only the charioteer gets to poke his head above the heavens and see that.